Hello.
You gonna say you gonna do it or I'm gonna do it?
Okay. Welcome to Gamer's Guide to the Galaxy.
The show where we talk about all things gaming, and you can participate with us with a chat over here, which seems to be glitched out right now.
Oh God, it's doing it again.
Yep. So hopefully we will be able to fix that before the show actually completely gets underway. If not, then unfortunately we won't be able to see your chat that easily. But
Well, we'll be able to see it, but you won't.
yeah. So give us one moment to check that out. But while he's doing that, our first topic for today is the Evolve game, which just recently came out. It did come out last week, the same day as our last stream. Unfortunately, we weren't able to play it since then.
Mm-hmm.
But our own resident OBS
Expert.
we'll call him that, Adam, has played Evolve a good bit. I'm not sure. I was like, how many days have you had it now?
I've had it for 5 days, probably.
Since Saturday.
Saturday. 3 days.
Okay, so 3 days. Decent amount of time in the game.
Yeah.
Better than us.
Put in a few hours.
Alright, so it looks like unfortunately the Twitch chat won't be in the video, but we can still see it, so we can still answer all your questions if you have them.
Sorry about that.
So some technical difficulties, fortunately.
It's right. It's right. Okay.
Anyways, so your thoughts on Evolve, or give us kind of a quickie review or review.
I love it. It's fun. It's a lot of fun. I did not think that I would have that much fun with it, actually. I thought the 4v1 would always feel one-sided, and it doesn't.
Well, actually, I did read some statistics on the beta and alpha on it that the monster one, I think it's 51% of the time, which is completely balanced.
Oh yeah.
I mean, just giving a chance of random large numbers, 51% is so close to 50 that it wouldn't matter. That 1% is completely irrelevant.
And honestly, that is roughly my win record with the monster. Actually,
About 51.
About 50. I'm gonna say 50
Okay.
because I haven't played enough games to have 51.
Yeah.
But it actually is a lot of fun. It's a lot of things you don't think about when you're playing other games. If you're the monster, your whole goal in the beginning is just get bigger as quick as possible and evolve, because
So you're a gym rat. Just gotta get big.
gotta get big. But you have to, because of all the games I won, I think only 1 or 2 of them did I win when I was attacked in stage 1.
Mm-hmm.
And that was literally because somehow these guys weren't talking, I'm guessing.
Yeah.
Because I was able to isolate the medic.
Yeah.
And once the medic was killed, the other 3 couldn't heal. So
Yeah. Yeah. So pretty much due to bad play on their part, you were able to win.
yeah, and it's actually kind of interesting because after each game, while you're waiting for the next one to start, because you can party up and just keep going with the same guys, and you could be the monster against the same 4 guys over and over and over again.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah, if they want to stay with this group and everyone sticks with the same role, you're good. You guys can just keep going for hours. So
That's something that I didn't think would actually happen, where you get paired with the same group of people again. Because that would actually, that's something like what happens in some of the higher tier of gaming competitions, where you're kind of gaming against the same group over and over again. You kind of be like, well, last round, they kind of kicked my ass, and by going and splitting up this way or trapping me early, so maybe I want to do a different path or do a different strategy.
yeah, the thing is, while you're waiting for the next game to start, maybe they're going through their loadouts and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
It shows the map from last game, and it shows everyone's movements.
I remember that from the beta. That was a really good feature.
That is such a great feature, because I was able to watch that, and I could figure out why I won, why I lost, just based on that. You could tell when they weren't talking, because there was one game where I ran into someone completely by themselves.
Yeah.
And I was able to do a sneak attack.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if you don't know, if you do a sneak attack successfully on someone, you literally just pound them to death until someone comes and attacks you. If someone doesn't attack you by the time they're dead, they're dead. There's no bringing them back. Like, you literally just sit there and pound them to death.
Yeah.
And I managed to pull that off on someone because they completely separated from their group.
Now keep in mind though, you're only talking about the monsters experience so far. You've only played the group like once or twice.
I've only played the group once or twice, and my only problem with that is
relying on other people.
Relying on other people. I would really like to play with people I know, but as of right now, I'm the only one I know with the game.
Yep.
But if I was playing with even just one other person I knew,
someone
I knew that was not going to just completely ignore me in chat.
All right. So based on what you've played, what would you say is the two best roles to duo as?
Two best roles to duo as?
Yeah. Like, I know there's 4 classes, right? Healer, hunter, damage, and
it's assault, which is the damage.
I'm abbreviating.
Trapper, support, and medic. And honestly, the medic and the support are probably the 2 most important members.
Really? You wouldn't say trapper?
No. Because while the trapper can trap the monster and force them to fight, so can a surround.
What's surround? I'm sorry.
1, 2, 3, 4 monsters sit in the middle, coming from all directions at once. You force the monster to fight. Now, I know it's not as good as what the trapper does.
Yeah.
But the medic and the support, they may not do a lot of damage, but unless you're stage 3, your attacks don't counter what they do.
Now, is it solely on feeding, or is there a time limit where you actually just give big no matter what?
It looks like it's solely on feeding.
Okay, so you have to feed to get bigger.
Yes.
And I know you're talking about early stages that there might be a timer base where, you know what I mean, gradually you get like fed or...
I could have just not gotten that, but I haven't seen, from my experience, I haven't seen that.
Yeah.
But, yeah, I would say if you're the monster, if you can get the medic or the support dead, your chances of winning skyrocket. Because...
Well, that's from a monster point of view.
Yeah.
What I was thinking of is more so for strategy transport. I would think trap would be almost necessary if you're going to do dual queue, just for the fact that if you're with somebody, trapping them down for that amount of time and being able to communicate with two people would be very useful.
Yes.
I would think the hunter class, where you're actually just tracking the monster's movement, would be kind of irrelevant once you find the monster.
I think that's actually part of the trapper now.
Possibly.
Yeah, it is, because that's one of the roles I played. Right. Yeah, they had the ability to... They have a dog.
Yeah.
That tracks... I don't even know what it is. It's not a dog. It doesn't look like a dog.
It's a monster.
It acts like a dog, though.
Yeah.
And the trapper, it is an important role, especially considering it can launch the giant arena.
That's what I was thinking of, is, you know what I mean? The reason why I say dual queue, the most important one I would think would be a trapper, just from, you know, what I've seen in the gameplay and what I've played, is just because you can lock them down, you know what I mean? Even if you can't put out that much DPS as a trapper or as a medic, you know, if that's the other class that would be best, which it seems like would be from what you're describing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? How much more damage does a support do that a trapper does?
Not much.
And how much more utility is a support versus a trapper?
Yeah. I believe the support can raise defense or attack. I'm not sure about that. I know it can raise defense. And like I said before, like the shield they put on them is just, you need to be stage 3 to like see anything done with it.
Well, what we're thinking of is, you know, you say, you know, oh, well, you can crowd them in with 4 people.
Yeah.
But we're talking about dual queue. So
it would put you with 2 bots.
Well, what I'm saying is, I'm trying to think of a cohesion of just 2 characters where you can get the most done with 2 characters.
Most done with 2 characters.
I would imagine trapper healer.
Trapper healer, or if you were very good at dodging
and not
dying, assault and trapper.
Yeah. Because
the trapper's harpoon traps, if placed correctly, it can stop the monster from reaching the assault.
Gotcha.
Which is, you know.
But that's what I was more thinking of is, you know, where you your team can help you.
Yeah.
But if you need be, you can. Your best chances are just with 2 people. I think would be trapper healer.
Yeah.
From what I've seen.
From what I've seen, yes. Because
again, I'm just working off of alpha and beta knowledge.
Yes, and I would say advice for people playing this: if you are the trapper, make sure the harpoon traps do go down. because if whoever's the monster loses their shield and they're smart, they're going to try to get away.
Mm-hmm.
They're not going to stand and fight unless they're stage 3.
Yeah. And also, at that point, you don't want to be fighting. You know what I mean? If they're stage 3, you want to be defending that last point.
Yeah. So, monsters, they're going to try to get away.
Yeah.
The harpoon trap placed at key exits can just ruin that whole plan. And, the monsters, if a monster's smart, they'll try to use their moves to get away. They'll try to use their chars. They'll try to use their jump.
Yeah.
I've only been able to play as the Goliath because I didn't pay money for extras. But you try to use the charge, you try to use the jump, and they do help you get away. And I've gotten away from people because they didn't throw down those harpoon traps.
Now, you just mentioned you can only play Goliath because you didn't pay money. How do you think about that?
I can unlock the others without paying money.
Oh, you can?
You gotta master the first one to get the second one, then master the second one to get the third one, and the fourth one that was a pre-order bonus. I have no idea if I'll ever be able to get that one.
I think you will, but I think it would probably be a paid DLC later.
Yeah.
But how do you think about that system?
I would like it if that was the system everyone had to go through. If everyone had to be the Goliath, and then, yeah, or if you were able to pick one of the 3 and you had to master that before you could pick a second one.
Gotcha.
That would have been a better system to me.
I think so too, because it kind of, to me, the Goliath is kind of useless from what I played compared to the other ones.
Compared to the other ones, yeah.
He's like the least powerful, absolutely.
Yeah, and
also the least fun.
I had a lot of fun smacking people up.
Yeah, but you know what I mean. As the other characters, it's a little bit more fun to me.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
From what I played.
I do like playing as the Goliath. I like doing the solo queue against 4 people. I didn't think that I was gonna really enjoy that, but like I told you before the show, playing the monster, you really can't blame anyone else.
Yeah.
And that's kind of what I like about it, because I've played multiplayer first-person shooters for years now, and unless my kill death is like 0 and 25, I'm like, well, that idiot was up there doing nothing.
25-0.
Unless my kill death was
0
and 25.
I
know when I gotta blame myself, Jacob. If my kill death is 0 and 25, I sucked this round.
Okay. I thought you that I spaced out after you said that, and I thought that entire sentence went a different way. Sorry.
No.
But so how do you feel about the 12 DLCs that's already out for it?
Doesn't affect me because I didn't get any.
Well, do you think they're a good thing or a bad thing?
I think it's kind of a stupid thing to release it with the game.
Well, seeing as 11 out of the 12 DLCs are just skins.
Yeah.
I mean, dude, is there any skins? Again, I haven't played it. So.
I haven't seen it. Okay. I don't notice any different skin. I mean, I've been playing the monster mostly. If the skins are all for the monsters, I haven't noticed. As for the hunters, you're always in a dark forest-like area, dark jungle almost.
Yeah.
You're not really going to notice the skins too much.
So it's more of just for outwardly appearance for everybody else.
Yeah, I mean, if you're a hunter, it's a first-person shooter.
Yeah. So I think that would be fine, actually. I'm not really offended by that. You know what I mean? Because they have no purpose besides looking cool. And if somebody wants to pay money to look cool, let them pay money to look cool.
Yeah, I mean, actually, look at the free-to-play model. Look at just League makes all their money off of skins, pretty much.
Yeah.
So.
Well, there's other things involved, but it's bigger than that.
Well, now it is.
No, that's always was. There was some interchange names, IP boost, RP boost, stuff like that.
Yeah.
Or XP boost. But anyways.
But
so yeah, I mean, it sounds like it's a fun game.
Oh, it's a ton of fun. I could honestly even see this becoming like an esport almost.
Really?
Teams of 5. Each team has, the 4 hunters and 1 monster. And then they do like best of 3s where 4 hunters on one team go against the monster on the other, and then they vice versa.
Gotcha,
and then if it's a tie,
yep,
they flip a coin to see who has to be the monster.
Very cool.
And like you said, the win ratio is 51%.
Yeah.
So even then, like, do you want to be the monster? Yes or no?
Well, also though, at that point, it's a per person base, per team basis on that matchup. But in esports, 51% you want to be the monster.
Yeah.
That 1% could give it to you.
Well, if it's 51% worldwide, but
Doesn't matter,
usually
right?
professionals have like a little bit different percentage of things, but
even still, you know what I mean? Like, if that percentage is 51%, they will choose that for that 1%.
yes, and they will be hoping for the monster on that coin flip. But I think that would be an awesome thing to watch. Even though, like for the monster, the first few minutes, not well, too long, but first minute or two, maybe 3 minutes is a lot of trying to hide, a lot of trying to.
Yeah, but even still, that's good gameplay because you're more watching the group then.
Oh god, I even got an entire group to walk right by me. Like all 4 hunters just walked right by me, and as soon as they were as soon as I was going to be out of their vision, I just turned and walked the other way.
Nice.
It is a lot of fun, but I think an esport of this would be a fun thing to watch. Just
for the lulz.
Just for the lulz. I mean, it'll be interesting to like, especially if they were to like, just while the casters are going through, because it does have spectator mode. If they were to go to like the player chat just to hear their strategies.
All of a sudden, you just see this on like the new Korean Twitch. Sorry, an esport. It's already got a huge following in Korea.
They don't like him out yesterday.
Exactly. There's already a sport set up. There's already people like grandmasters just like, oh, you don't know this? And like they just transform at minute 2 to like stage 3.
They're stage 3 at minute 2. Oh, you see, if you do this combo with this move, then this move, you kill the biggest thing, and then
And then you up down, you do the Konami code, up down left right, A B, you start select.
Then your guy does a backflip completely for show.
For style points.
And then lands on one of the hunters and just eats him alive. Doesn't even kill him, just eats him alive.
And then you gain level 3.
Yes.
But, so my favorite question was, did they change anything from the beta?
I didn't play too much of the beta or see too much of the beta, so I don't know. I mean, one of the big things I know is people kind of wanted a mini-map.
Yeah.
And I really wish I had a mini-map, especially when I'm going into a
That was one of my big things, was I wondered if there was mini-map.
When I go into when I was playing with the same group before, we were going through different maps, but but there was one map we kept going back to, and that map I loved playing because I knew it.
So you think there's going to be something like Call of Duty, though, where the minimap starts becoming irrelevant because you can't see the other person on it? And, like, for example, on Call of Duty, unless you have a UAV or some way to track the enemy, that's the only part that you use the minimap for. Generally, people know those maps. They memorize them. Do you think it'll be more fun once you memorize the maps?
Oh, yeah. Once I have those maps memorized, I will know everything. Where to go, what to do. I'll know where hunters hide. I'll know everything. Doesn't mean I'll be able to utilize it, but I'll know everything.
Also,
I knew all the sniper spots on Call of Duty.
I think there's going to be a big outburst because those monsters, the little feeding ones, they do a pre-programmed spawn and movement. So I'm going to imagine people are going to start finding most efficient routes.
I've already started trying to find them.
I know, but like they're going to be posted soon, and that's what you're going to see.
See, there is one problem with that though. If you're always going for the most efficient route, if you're partying up every time and you're playing with the same people.
Yeah, but then that becomes a game of chess.
Yeah.
Because then you're like, all right, well, the group will start coming this way. You'll eventually see them. You know what I mean? You'll be like, oh, and then you go to the most efficient route that you can.
It actually is almost already like a game of chess because while the monster is running, he leaves footprints or walking.
Yeah.
When he's sneaking, he moves a lot slower. He doesn't leave footprints. So in the beginning, I've been experimenting with running one way and then sneaking back the other way. Now, by the time they get there, because you get a good head start, but not a really long one. Yeah. By the time they get there, I'm not going to be as far away as I want to be, to the point where my smell ability will still see them, which is scary at stage 1 when you see them. But if I can fool them with that and get them to go to the other end of the map looking for me, I can get to stage 2, maybe even stage 3 before they get me.
So probably a good idea then would to be sneak around a corner or sneak away where it'd be hard for them to predict you went that way and then stop sneaking for a while.
Yeah. That's another thing I've tried. I tried sneaking away from the start and then running so that when they get there they have no footprints to go off of.
Yeah, but if they...
A smart team will spread out and look and try not to... And they'll just try not to engage alone. A dumb team will, let's all go this way! And if they all go the wrong way, they're screwed.
Yeah.
I mean, it is, like you said, a game of chess. Every move you make, you got to consider what move they might do.
unfortunately, though, my problem with that is it's a game of blind chess.
Yes.
You know what I mean? So
It can be literally dumb luck.
yep, it's
But
kind of like running a fool's gamut where you're just like, maybe this will work. You know, I mean, it's high risk, high reward play if I go back. But hey, maybe not. You never know.
yeah, I mean, so far the worst things that have happened to me was, pizza arrived. Pizza arrived at 30 seconds into the game, and I had to get up and get the pizza and sign for it. And I came back,
Pizza MVP.
and I was getting shot.
Pizza MVP.
Pizza is the Hunter MVP. That's what I came back and I'm like, I'm dead. I somehow got away, but at stage 1, only having maybe 20% of your health left.
Actual health of the shield.
Actual health.
Yeah, you're done.
With no shield. 30 seconds of the game, I haven't even gotten to eat anything yet because I was, playing that game of chess.
Yeah.
And if they did the thing I said about where a smart team will split up, one will find you, call the others.
Yeah.
That's pretty much what they did.
Actually, that's what I would want them in that for. You know what I mean? A ping wherever they are. So I'd be like, oh, they're there. I can visually see it, and then instantly just start going.
Yeah. One reason why I just wanted the mini map, especially when I'm first starting to play, is because I
But
didn't.
no.
At one point, I was at the edge of the map and I had no idea because it looked like a lake that maybe I could just walk over, but no, it was the edge of the map.
Yeah.
And I was trapped. I somehow still won that game. I somehow killed the medic and the support as stage 2 and was able to run and hide once the trapper's arena went away. I managed to run away and hide.
Yep.
And then got to stage 3, came back, and just killed them.
Yes.
It is
So how many matches do you have under your belt approximately? Would you say? This is a rough number, right?
rough number. 20 to 30, maybe.
All right, so you're a 20 to 30 game rating for now.
My 20 to 30 game rating. I haven't played all the roles yet, and I haven't played with people I know, but right now I would say an 8 out of 10, probably.
So pretty much a preliminary look, 8 out of 10.
Preliminary look, I would say 8 out of 10. Definitely, if you love first-person shooters, if you love stealth games, if you love strategy games, go get this because it is all 3 in 1.
That's nice.
There's so much strategy that you're not even thinking about with this. Like, you don't think that, you might not think as the Goliath that at stage 1 and 2, you can actually hide in bushes. Like,
mini Godzilla, what are you doing in that bush?
Stage
Mini
3,
Godzilla.
well, stage 1 especially, you can hide in the bushes because some of the bushes are big enough to completely cover you, and you'll be sticking out a little.
Yeah.
But someone looking for you, if you snuck in there, they have no tracks to go by. They might not notice you. And like I said, I've had 4 players walk right by, and I've gotten away.
Yeah, but I'm just thinking of an 80s sitcom where it's like, oh, you, and you're just like in a bush somewhere.
Oh God! If only I was actually recording that one time they found me in the bush.
You gotta do like a snake reveal, dun like.
Then I could have just added that as a sound clip of you. Oh, you, and then I add the 80s 80s sitcom laughter.
Little Godzilla. Little Godzilla. Oh my goodness. And then it's the next clip of that is a gigantic level 3 monster ah! Oh goodness.
Got a little more time before the break. One more thing I do love. At the end of each game, it rates you against, the world average.
Oh, really?
Yeah, in terms of how much damage you do with each of your moves.
Nice.
I've been actually surprisingly above average with most of my moves.
Give it a few weeks, more people need to start playing.
Yeah.
Once I get in there, I'm pretty sure.
No, the one move
Once I start dicing it up.
The one move I always seem to be low on is my leap, but I don't get my leap until stage 2. So, and yeah, I can't wait to actually see really, really good players. I know I'm not the greatest player in the world. I can't. Hi.
You.
Yeah, you. Sorry,
Big D.
the chat wasn't working today.
Johnny Big D. Great name.
Yeah. But I can't wait to actually see really good players play this, and I can't wait to watch their strategies.
Yeah.
Because I will definitely study them, and I I kind of hope to have seen that.
That's why he wears it. So, yeah, so just like any real new game that has, you know what I mean, even just basic strategy, you always want to see most efficient, you know what I mean, best damage. You know, some of those crazy clips where it's like, you know, a huge... Shut up. Something to you. You know, it's a huge thing where, you know, you want to look up, oh, this insane run I did where level 1 I did a backflip and punched this dude in the face. You know what I mean?
It's definitely going to be better than all the Call of Duty videos of the miraculous knife throws.
Yeah. Where it's literally just like, all right, and luck generator. Let me get them RNGs. You guys have Valentine's Day stuff?
I don't think so.
What did I say? I don't think so. I know. We're making a joke. We're doing a bit. Disembodied Harley Quinn voice.
Yep.
Come on, editor. Do your editing. But yeah, so Evolve, definitely a good game.
Yeah, I would suggest getting it. And I kind of hope we can do some videos with it and some streams and stuff.
I'm sure we're going to do a lot of Evolve content in the future.
Yeah.
Just because it sounds like a good game, you and I will have it, and eventually we will just play it together just to see how the co-op is. Eventually. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
For nothing else. But my other question was, in your opinion, did it live up to the hype? Because that was a hype game. That was kind of like hype of like Destiny or Titanfall.
Did it live up to the hype? Not fully, I would say, because, you know, hype nowadays is just, oh my god, hype! That's a good idea, actually.
Yeah. Maybe we'll listen to some Ramones while we're talking about it.
Yeah. No, copyright.
Oh, headphones, dude. They don't need to hear the Ramones. We like the Ramones.
That's a good point. I mean, gameplay is fun. The only problem I had was the matchmaking was sometimes weird.
A little bit of jankiness.
Sometimes I'm in a game right away, but one time I was waiting for 15 minutes and backed out and went back in. I was in a game right away.
Nice.
And another time it put me in a game
that you're talking about where you're only spectating, you couldn't
that
get out.
only had 5 people. It only had 5 people in the game. It already had 5 people, so I was a 6th person in this game, and it wouldn't let me do anything but switch between views. I was literally stuck as a spectator.
You were the Meg.
I couldn't even press start and back out. I couldn't even leave the game. I mean, and actually, one of the things I do like about this, there is a penalty for leaving a game. You cannot go back into matchmaking for a certain period of time. We'll be right back too, actually, because we're about to go on break.
Yeah, actually, you know what I mean. So you think it did it live to the hype?
I think it could if they fix those glitches with matchmaking. I don't know. Maybe I'm the only one that got it, but
I mean, that's also opening weekend.
Yeah, that's true.
So those are generally getting. So I think that's gonna be a patch though.
Yeah, I think if I was able to, you know, pick which monster I wanted and stuff, maybe I have to play the other 3-4 classes or 2-3 classes, whatever.
Well, I'm talking about like the initial hype. Like I know that we had big hopes for Destiny and it was immediately let down.
Oh yeah, God, don't remind me.
So do you think it patched the initial hype factor?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
I would say Destiny was, you know, straight downhill. This one, it's staying up there. It's not like,
you know, little dips with like things that you would rather see, but still the game. Cool. All right. Well, join us back for the second half in a little bit, where we talk about another new game, Dying Light, and we have a special announcement.
Yes.
All right, so be right back.
Be right back.